All right, everyone, best penny stocks to buy now. I started talking about them last Tuesday on the 20th, saying, hey, these three stocks, OCGN, BBAI, and also QSI, they could really run for us, and so far they have. On Friday, I said, will they run more? Are they still the best penny stocks to buy now? And absolutely, they really panned out today as well. I got two more stocks to add on to that best penny stocks to buy now, onto that list for you. Wait until you see them on Recor, REKR, and then also on top of that, we have BEEM, BEEM. I'll show you the technicals on those, and I'll also show you over at the Discord announcing these, talking about the trades. I'll show you the trade wins. The link for the Discord is down in the description. 50% off your first month sign up when you use code word doctor. Guys, here's the wins for today, 10/18. The posted wins that we have here up 19% from iBeach 69 puts that out there for it. 13% on that one, another 19%. P the Don coming in at almost 54%. Macking 86 coming in with almost a $200 gain there. And then Ron coming in with over $300 profit. Yours truly, Dr. Stocks and Zero DTEs, keeping them sharp for when I do the day trading, the live trading with Stockmo once it works out here this week. I'm excited about that. Can't wait to do it. 26% profit and 42% profit today. And then moving on to Kaiser here, $50 realized profit there. Moving on from there to Taxman, realized profit over $3,600 on that one. And it just keeps on going. You guys get the idea. If we move over to the technicals on this one's Recor, 1:06 p.m. So we'll look at it on the minute chart when we get to the best penny stocks to buy now. That's one that we will absolutely look at. Said what I was looking for. All that information's in there. And I even showed the technicals on here for what we were facing, talking about the potential inverse head and shoulders, what considerations we had to have. And I even made a move on that one. I'll share that play with you. $1 calls, our $1 strike price, June 20th expiration, about 3 contracts, average price of 18 cents a piece. So for that, up 50% just for the day so far, but not realized yet. I didn't cash in on those. I think we can go higher on that one. I'll talk about that more when we get to the technicals. And then also the other one, BEEM, I mentioned 1:12 p.m. I put in the technicals for this, and I'll show you once again to the minute on those charts that what that looks like and the moves that happen following those times. So those are two of the best penny stocks to buy now. Other ones that I share with like BBAI, OCGN, and then also, what was the other one? QSI. Those I started last week. They moved up considerably, still pumping today. We'll start off with the worst of the performers and then go through the best of the performers, all 5 stocks right in a row, pump them out in order for you. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments. Did any of my information help you with your due diligence, with your best penny stocks to buy now? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Were you able to capitalize on any of that movement? I know that sharing it over at the Discord like I have, a lot of people are absolutely astounded and very happy with me sharing those technicals and sharing those opportunities, and they were able to capitalize on those as well. So guys, let's get into the charts for the best penny stocks to buy now, starting with QSI, because it was actually down 1% today, but it didn't start that way. If I zoom in on this big old candle, you'll notice it's a big red candle, but it opened well above the previous close. The previous close was at $1.94. And I said on Friday, this could still have some room to run. It actually ran up about 11% before turning around. It opened up about 7.7%. And then if we go down to where it closed, we closed, like I said, down about 1% on this one. Follow IonQ, IONQ. For the quantum stocks, most likely that's going to be the thing that that leads the rest of the quantum stocks around by their nose. We'll talk about that in a quantum stock video. This one's about the penny stocks that we have. Are there still legs to QSI? Watch IonQ to find out. It's really going to help out. If so, 226 up to 258 is what we're looking at on this one. 226, good resistance, but still sort of minor. Big resistance at 258. We absolutely want to be watching for that if it continues up. Support is 172 to 181. That's what we're looking for. We're well above the exponential moving averages that are on here. If we put up simple moving averages, we are above. We got the 20 crossing the 200, which is a very bullish thing. And let me take down the technicals for a moment. The 50 almost coming up on the 200 as well. You'll notice that positive slope for all 3 moving averages. Get the 50 over that 200, that golden cross moment. I think we have it coming our way, especially if we can continue to pump things out. We have to watch the market bias because we got 2 big weeks this week and next week between economic reports, labor reports, and then tariff news are always lurking in the background there somewhere. So be on the lookout for those. Moving over to OCGN. For this one, closed 2.91%. Not bad to get about 3% in a day. So calling it a best penny stock to buy now at 3%. Not bad, but I've been talking about this going all the way back to the 20th. The 20th, when we opened, We opened all the way down at 81 cents. We closed today at 95 cents. That's about a 20% move. And if we just look at the close from Friday and go to today's peak, that was up 8.5%. It opened up about 7.27%. And like I said, it closed right around 3%. Are there still legs to this? Absolutely. We got to get over $1 though. So for OCGN, for OCGN, we got to get over $1. This blue moving average here crossing over the 200, that's bullish if we can make it happen. 50 over the 200 is even more so. The fact that 20 is over the 50, also a good thing. I want to see a retest to the 200 day, and I want to see $1 broken. If I see a retest to the 200, that's when I start to move in on OCGN. While we're up near $1 with such strong resistance so far, I'm probably not going to touch it yet. But back here on the 20th would have been that time when we were down near the 20-day to start that position. It's not a Pokemon. Even if it was, I still wouldn't catch them all. But I do catch as many as I can, and I definitely share as many as I can. All right, so moving into the next worst performer, up 10.24% today. That's right, it's BEEM, B-E-E-M. Catching the 20-day for support. I've been talking about this, and I think I even talked about it last week over in the Discord. I don't think that I mentioned it on YouTube. And I said, for this one, let me put up this. There we go, because there's that big red arrow that you may have seen on the chart earlier in the video. And what I said about this, if I shrink it down, I said, hold this as support, please, pointing to the 50-day. Right now, we got the 20-day. Look at that riding on it as support. 7 days of support at the 20-day. Finally broke back up over the 50-day. The volume on this thing wasn't half bad. I think that we could actually have the start of strong volume. I think we could have a higher volume push from here. We definitely have some resistance to pay attention to. For this one, we absolutely could retest this peak up above $2. You can see there's a lot of support over there, big old resistance over there. But you'll notice last time we got rejected, we ended up higher. This thing's starting to turn around on us. The momentum, the RSI is looking absolutely great. The weekly momentum is climbing but bearish. And notice, let me see, 210 is where we have that 20-week coming down. So probably around that $2.10 mark could be where we get our next rejection on that one, at least next big rejection. But we're going to have to watch and see what gets brought our way. So BEEM, B-E-E-M, next best penny stock to buy now. It is the next best performer. Guys, we still have 2 more to go. That was up 10% today, and we still have 2 more to go today. Recor, R-E-K-R. Closed today up 18.81%. Let me take down the technicals so you can see this a little bit more cleanly. I'm also going to put up the EMAs and I'll take down the SMAs. There we go. Just a gorgeous move. So if we go down to the daily chart on this one, we can really see more of what we got in terms of volume. Nice little volume spike, break up over the 50, break up over the 5 and the 13 EMAs, getting a nice cross. This one I think is far from being done running. You can sort of see on here, let me get my drawing tools going. You can sort of see a left shoulder, a right shoulder, a head on this thing. And you guys can see we can get up to $1.61 on this when we close today at $1.20. That's still 40 cents up from that $1.20. Guys, that's 33% still to climb if we hit big on this one, if we play out from that inverse head and shoulders. If it happens, there is resistance right around $1.22. And you can tell that because if we look to see where this thing peaked out, it peaked out at $1.25, then retraced and closed at $1.20. In the post market, that's up at $1.21. Big thing's still going to be tomorrow, I think. $1.40, we definitely have a resistance there as well, but on the way to $1.61. We'll see if that plays out for us. REKR, definitely one of the best penny stocks to buy now. I think it's just starting its next move. I don't think that it's finished yet. And then finally, our best mover for the day. And guys, remember this last mover I shared last week. I shared all the way back to the 20th of May. Today's the 27th. 1 week later, I said, is it the best penny stock to buy now? Back then I said yes. On Friday, does it still have legs? I said, yes, I absolutely believe that it does. I don't think that's done moving. We're down near support. I think we have a big move coming our way. Today, that one closed 23.35% up. I shared this over in the Discord. I shared my trade on it over in the Discord. I unfortunately got stopped out at a 12% profit before this thing took off. Today is an absolute skyrocket. So anybody who stayed in that trade, I'm sure that they're pretty darn thankful for all that green that's over there. Guys, links in the description. Use code word doctor when you sign up. And if you guys want to learn to do this technical analysis like I do, if you want to learn to chart for yourselves and take full advantage of the opportunities as they come without waiting for anybody else, there's a link down in the description through Stockmo Academy. He's a personal friend of mine, how I got into this business in the first place, and I'm so glad that he did, and I'm so thankful. He has a wonderful technical analysis course that has a technical strategy called the bread recipe. That trading strategy is the one that I use exclusively when I do my trades for like 0 DTEs that got me 26% today, 42% today. Man, I watch that thing like a hawk when I trade using that strategy, and it just keeps on working. No strategy is winner every time. It's snake oil if somebody tells you that they have one that does. But I can tell you it allows me to build alpha in my portfolio and use that to put into my long-term investments, help me towards financial freedom. The courses will also help support you in that same way. Through the technical analysis course, there's an options course as well. I use options all the time for my trading. And that options course, I mean, they are so beautifully put together. I got 17 years in education. Use code word doctor when you sign up. Save you a ton of cash. If you bundle the courses, it saves you even more. With my 17 years in education, I got an earned doctorate, got my master's degree in instructional technology. I got my bachelor's in mathematics. And I'll tell you what, like through everything, I got to tell you, the courses are just so solidly and tightly put together. I can't sing their praises enough. Links in the description, guys. I told you enough. Let's look at BBAI's chart for this one. So here we go. The big one, BBAI. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Not only do we just have this gorgeous green candle right here in the middle of your screen, but we also have gorgeously high volume to match it, exceeding the volume that we had before. We already had high volume before that. So today was just beautiful volume. NVIDIA earnings, I think, are one of the catalysts that are driving this. And it's an AI play, so tomorrow might be it for it, depending on what happens. If AI goes bonkers and goes through the roof, BBAI is probably going to go along with it, though. So I really want to wait and see from here where it goes. I will say to the top of this bullish channel that it's been in on, we probably have room to get close to that 479 number when we close today at 449. So today, absolutely wonderful and amazing performance. This thing opened down at about, well, let me see. I can actually tell you the price that it opened. It opened at 378 and then closed up at 449. Just an incredible move. I talked about being at support last week and this week, taking full advantage of that move with the market bias at its back. It's been absolutely beautiful. So guys, what do you think? Are these the best penny stocks to buy now? Am I giving you high quality information? Are you able to use it? Let me know down in the comments. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. It's always nice to know that there's a community here on YouTube supporting the work that I do. If you guys want further support of this channel and you want to support yourself in that endeavor for financial freedom, building alpha in your portfolio, learning about options, technical analysis, the link's in the description. Code word doctor is going to work either way, whether it's for the Discord to get you 50% off your first month sign up, using the earner tier, or using code word doctor with the coursework. It's all going to help you out. Guys, those are the 5 penny stocks that I like best. I think that they still have a lot of value to go. BBAI might even still have a lot of pump to go, depending on what happens with NVIDIA. But talking about NVIDIA, I'm going to save for another video. Guys, thanks for watching. Check out those links in the description. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning. We'll see you next video.